And this is how we get down. What is good, DTL Universe? Welcome into our third hour of the day on Stadium, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube TV, Roku TV, the Stadium app, and watchstadium.com. I'm your boy, the coach, and tonight it's DTL Prime Time Live. And if my voice is maybe a little bit scratchy, it's because I've been preparing to yell tonight as my Kansas City Chiefs look to remain the only undefeated team in the entire NFL and improve to 8-0, while the Bucs, with a win tonight, could have moved to within one game of the first place Atlanta Falcons. Now, I got the best crew in the game. You guys know that. For those of you who are OGs, are degenerates, and watch on our YouTube channel, on your way in, hit that like button for us. It really helps the show grow. And then just start chatting away. If you have any questions for us, put them in the chat. We'll try to answer them for you in real time. Over the course of the next 60 minutes, we've got the no-fly zone. We're quarterbacks, or comparing quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, and will somebody please get into the club? We've had a drought we have never seen before, but I believe tonight will be the night. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the picks. Boom and boom. Three of my absolute very best are here tonight. First and foremost, I need to give a public shout out to the man who stepped in last night without an issue whatsoever. Now, he's not officially my co-host. Somebody said, no, he's not a co-host. He's a backup host right now. DG, live from Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you and good evening.
Coach, what's up? I heard you did well swinging the clubs, and so shout out to you and shout out to JJ hitting them straight. Or was it just JJ hitting them straight?
Apparently, AB, DJ does not want to have another shot at hosting this said show. Because, no, it's been all over front page news today. I suck. My son's awesome. I suck. We finished third. We should have won, but I suck. All right, now he's got the best beard in the game. And a little tease forward tomorrow, we've got a brand new talent starting on the show. And Soupy, you might have a little competition in your prize picks world. Are you ready for that, sir?
I'm always ready. I'm always ready for new competition. I'm always ready for a new challenge.
Wow, I feel like he's just leaving you in the dust there, DG. That's what it feels like to me. I don't know.
I don't know what that was.
And he is my partner. He's the 5-tool player. He's the reason this entire show, YouTube, everything looks so good. AB, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Coach. Good evening, boys. Good evening, crew. Yeah, hey, you know what? No shots fired from me at anybody. Just have a good show.
Not yet. We're only like 3 minutes in, though. We're only like 3 minutes in. All right, before we get to Thursday Night Football, we got some breaking news tonight about, 3 or 4 hours ago, AB, and this almost feels like the nail in the coffin for the Dallas Cowboys because the Commanders are great. Eagles are playing really, really well. The Cowboys are 3-5 now, but now confirmed by Adam Schefter that Dak Prescott will be missing several weeks. Hamstring. He's looking for a second opinion, but let's be honest. When you get that first opinion, he's probably going to go on the IR, which would mean he would miss all the way until December. And then CeeDee Lamb sprained AC joint. If he plays Sunday, he'll be playing hurt. Awful news for the Cowboys.
Awful news for the Cowboys. And if you're the owner, the one that's paying the bills, right? Now you have to sit and watch money go out the bank account that you are getting nothing in return for. It's brutal, man. Just from bad to worse for Dallas. And then the question becomes, does Dak even play when he's healthy to come back? You could be just out of it, and there's no reason.
What if you're 3-8? DG, what if they're 3-8, 3-9, and they say, you know what, I'm not going to risk my $60 million. He's the highest paid player in the entire NFL. Everybody told Jerry not to do it. He did it, and now we find ourselves here today.
Yeah, you're talking about you got to take your lumps at that point. But what are we doing? Like, it's Kareem Rush. Like, are we really like the backup is a guy who you have no potential in? So honestly, like, yes, I would put Dak out there because I don't want to watch Kareem Rush play quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. So it's ugly all the way around.
Did you just go back to 1995? Kareem Rush was a basketball player.
Whatever
How
his name
about
is.
Cooper Rush?
What?
How
Same
about
guy.
Cooper Rush? Same
Same guy.
guy.
Same
If
guy.
Cooper's white, Kareem Rush is black. Not the same guy. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. Kareem Rush. He's from Kansas City. That's why I know. He was like in my league. Soupy, you're our resident fantasy guy. And I know people love playing the rich quarterbacks. They love playing the guys that make a lot of money. From a fantasy perspective, how devastating is this news today?
Huge, because Dak, even though the team isn't that good, Dak can put up numbers, and he has that connection with CeeDee Lamb. You don't even have Brandon Cook. I think it's going to affect Jake Ferguson, because I don't like Cooper Rush. But I think they should give a chance to Trey Lance. He's young. You traded for him. See what he could do. Just put in Lance.
I mean, he's a former first-round pick by the 49ers, not by the Cowboys. And they gave him away for a song that we didn't even have to sing. All right. Jason says, color don't matter, coach. Oh, yeah. Okay. DG doesn't see color, apparently. You know what, everybody? I don't see color. All right, let's get into it. We got Monday Night Football tonight, and this is a big one. The Chiefs have a chance, franchise record, 14th win in a row, AB. They haven't been pretty. Patrick Mahomes does not have great numbers. We'll get into his matchup a little bit later, but he's learning how to win just like Tom Brady did it over there in Patriot land. So then you got Baker Mayfield. He's found a home. This is his home. He's leader of this team, but they got off to a really good start. Now they're 4-4. The number is 9, total 45.5. Where are you at right now about an hour and 15 minutes before game time?
I'm with the Chiefs, man, because not only are the Bucs in trouble injury-wise to not only the two best receivers on their team, the two best receivers in their franchise's history, and I'm not kidding with that. They're that good, all right? But they've got injuries out there at cornerback. Like, this all leads to a bad matchup against the Chiefs on paper. But Baker Mayfield's an X factor, dude. Like, he's gonna give you everything he's got, but it's why bet against the Chiefs, man?
See, that's the thing. That's the thing, AB, is Baker Mayfield will give you everything he has. And DG, he's a gamer. He's an absolute gamer. He is a quarterback trapped in an offensive lineman's body. But when you lose Mike Evans, when you lose Chris Godwin, who had his leg going completely the other way, you got to say, who are you going to throw to? Who are the weapons that are going to be out there in order to score enough points to beat the Chiefs? I think that's the big issue tonight that a lot of us are wondering.
I wonder the same thing, but I will say that this number is ballooning up to a 9, a 9.5, maybe catch a 10 somewhere if you want to pay the extra juice. I believe that the Tampa Bay Bucs can somehow figure out a way to stay close enough. If you look at the last 2 weeks, they've kind of spread everything out. They jump off a lot to their running backs, but look at a check downs to a Cade Otton, who's their tight end, and they're kind of just spreading the wealth. That's the only chance they have is to beat the Chiefs, is to spread it around and time of possession. If they can gain that and hold that, then they have a chance to stay in this and possibly win at the end.
This might be, Soupy, the worst year for a lot of teams, including these two as well, when it comes to injuries. But what the Chiefs have done is they didn't stand pat. They went out and they got DeAndre Hopkins. So now they have a good veteran wide receiver. He's now 3 weeks in. He can play on the other side next to Xavier Worthy, or opposite side of Xavier Worthy. So now with Kareem Hunt, it feels like the Chiefs have used week after week after week to replace those guys, and maybe injuries aren't as big of a deal for them anymore.
And that's what the Chiefs do, and that's why they're winners. Last year, we were talking about the receiving corps just being terrible, and what did Patrick Mahomes do? He still was able to elevate those receivers and make them somewhat dependable, and that's what he's going to do with Hopkins, with Worthy. You got Travis Kelce. It looks like he finally exists in this offense, and they're giving the ball to Kareem Hunt. He has 20 touches in the last 2 games, and he's getting the ball. He's not effective, about 3 yards per rush, but he's moving the ball and helping Mahomes in this passing game.
By the way, speaking of Travis Kelce, I don't care what anybody says. You are not a leader on your football team. When you have a big game on Monday night and you fly to Indianapolis on Saturday night to watch your boo in concert in front of a sold-out crowd with her parents, and then you go, well, it's only an hour-and-a-half flight. What's the big deal? The big deal is you have a chance to win 3 Super Bowls in a row for the first time ever, and you're going to Indianapolis to see your boo? Stop it. Just stop it.
I got news for you, Coach.
Oh no, what? Is she here tonight?
Guess who's in Kansas City?
No, no. She has. Doesn't have a tour stop on a Monday. Shocking. Oh my God. What's the over-under on?
I wonder if there's like a sports betting show, but it's just about concerts where there's like an alternate world of 4 dudes that are sitting. They're like Taylor Swift fans. They're like, I can't believe she's got a concert on Thursday night. She's out here going to a Chiefs game.
I guarantee it exists. I guarantee you it exists. Oh my God. All I hope is that tonight she doesn't go bananas for a 2-yard gain like she did in week 2 when he had 2 catches for 3 yards and she acted like he scored 3 touchdowns. You got to learn the game at some point. Learn the game. Damn. All right, we got our straight picks to get to. Now, we split them up here on Primetime Live. We do our straight picks here at the top of the show, and then we do our props right after the bottom of the hour. So, AB, I would love to start with you. What do we like tonight?
Well, it's going to come to a surprise to everybody out there, but we're going to Bucs-Chiefs over 2.5 turnovers here at +100. Now, this is going to count interceptions, fumbles, you name it. Coach, I'm going to ask you a question real quick.
Okay.
What is worse than having one running back with fumble issues?
2.
2 is correct, and the Bucs have that. And we have weather, and we have interceptions. We could see a ton of turnovers. So I'm going +100 on getting to 3.
Okay. Kevin says, at least she doesn't jinx the Chiefs like Jessica Simpson did for the Cowboys. Oh, my God. That seems like an eternity ago. Her and Tony Romo.
Yep.
Oh, my God. But she is also a billionaire now. So maybe the joke's on us. All right, DG, coming over to you because you have a little SGP, as the cool kids say. What do you got?
I found this on MGM. It was -140 other places, but I'm going with the Chiefs money line and taking out all the points out of it. All I need is the Chiefs to win, and then a Kareem Hunt touchdown. It's at -110. Kareem Hunt's on a 3-game TD streak. They're going to give it to him, but also the weather a little bit. You know, I know Tampa isn't great about allowing the running back to score, especially the rushing, but I will say that Kareem Hunt's been a guy that they're leaning on right now. And so I like both of these to match up at -110. Chiefs and Kareem Hunt touchdown, -110.
He might be the ultimate comeback story. I mean, he left and his career was basically over, that awful video. And then he said, you know what? I'm going to turn my life around. And that's exactly what he did. And Andy Reid set him down and said, have you turned your life around? He said, you get one chance. And boy, has he been exactly what the Chiefs needed for the second time around. Now, Raphael has the Bucs-Chiefs, both teams to score at least 20 tonight. Z-Man, he's going crazy. He thinks the Bucs on the money line. He doesn't even want the 9 points. Nuts. All right, Soupy, big boy, you got 2 plays. Talk to me.
I think this is going to be a close game. I think the Buccaneers will hang around. That's why I'm teasing this up to 12.5. And I think the defenses are going to play a big factor. So I'm going under 52. The Buccaneers are going to need to figure out how to run with Irving and Whitefoot. I think they're going to have trouble, but they are effective in the passing game. And that's why I'm also going under 22.5 in the first half. So I looked at it. The weather is still going to be very bad, basically for the first hour and a half in the game. And I looked this up. The Arrowhead has North Ridge Bermuda grass. When that thing gets soaked, it gets very soft. They are going to have trouble planting their feet, moving the ball. That's why, for at least for the first half, under 22.5 points.
Hey, Sue, but you can give all the weather you want. I literally have my inside source standing on said field right now. And in real time, in over 100 million homes, I just texted him and I said, weather, I'll give it to you when we come back from our first break here in a second. Okay. That's next level right there. You got nothing to say?
You know better than me, I guess.
Bermuda is a heat. Bermuda is a heat necessary grass. You see it at a lot of golf courses here in the Southeast because it's very heat tolerant.
Yeah, yes.
I like
no, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. That's why they don't have Bermuda in a lot of different places on golf courses because it would just not work. All right, real quick, we're just getting started here on Prime Time Live. We're counting down to the Bucs and the Chiefs. When we come back, there's only one. It's the no-fly zone. We also compare both quarterbacks tonight, both rushers. Who are they? Both receivers. Who are they? And also, who will get into the club tonight? We've got 2 guys with diamonds above their names. It's time for me and Soupy to take care of business. We're just getting started. Prime time on Stadium. All right, you degenerates out there. I want to give a shout out. AB, Our man Austin just showed up. Austin Thompson, who was diagnosed with COVID this week. And I saw on the Twitter, because he's always in the chat, that his son, senior night, he's a big boy. He's a defensive lineman. He had an interception and took it back like 30 yards on senior night. I think we should give Austin and his son a shout out. It was pretty cool.
Absolutely a shout out. Yeah, the big fella was running too. Great hands, man. Just like his daddy. All right. Went up there, got it. Ball. Oski, we're going the other way. I loved it, man. Looked good. Yeah. Austin, shout out, man.
All right. What do we got here? A little parlay action.
Parlays here. All right. We got 3 for the Bucs, 2 legs. Let's have some fun. All right. First up, let's move the Bucs up to plus 12. 12 points. Okay. And Bucky Irving, anytime TD, plus 325. Next, Bucs plus 9. Cade Otton, anytime TD, plus 405. And then finally, take it down, Bucs plus 7. Okay. Rashad White, 50-plus rushing yards. That's it at plus 500. So, Soupy, go to you first, man. What do you like?
I'm going with the middle one. I do have the Bucs plus getting the points, and I love Cade Otton. He had 2 touchdowns last game. I think he's going to be the heaviest targeted receiver for Baker tonight.
Okay. DG, what's the Memphis play here?
Let's go all the points, plus 12 for the Bucs. Bucky Irving, anytime TD at plus 325.
Okay. Coach, what do you like here?
One of the coolest names ever is Bucky Irving. So I'll take the 12 because I could hit both of my parlays on both sides of the fence. So I'll take the plus 325.
Yep, I'm with you. I'll be going with the top one as well. Bucs 12, Bucky Irving, anytime TD. Plus 325 for that. I mean, that's a pretty damn good deal, to be honest with you, man. You get 12 points. Yeah, I'll take it.
You'll take that. By the way, Austin says the boy's been grinning ear to ear ever since the Oski. You normally don't yell Oski for a defensive lineman. You normally don't. For those of you who don't know what it is, learn football, will you please? AB, 10 seconds. What's an Oski?
Oski is when the interception is made and you yell that because your defensive players now become offensive players and they turn it around and they get to start blocking. So it's the announcement.
Boom and boom. All right, we are back live on Stadium in just 5 seconds. All right, welcome back to all of you watching on Stadium all over this great land of ours. Amazon Prime, YouTube TV, Roku TV, the Stadium app, watchstadium.com. I got the best crew, and I need everybody on the screen, producer man, because right before the break, my man Soupy gave us a weather report. Soupy, what did you say prior to the break about the weather tonight? I want you to be very specific to the words that you used.
I looked at the weather report. It said for about the first half of the game, it should be raining. So that's why the grass is going to be a little softer with that Bermuda Northridge. So I think it's going to be a lower scoring first half.
That's not what you said. You used the term off and on, didn't you?
Did I don't remember.
Oh, my
I don't
God,
remember.
Soupy. Are we
really
focused
don't.
or are we not focused? I'm trying to give you a compliment here because I just heard back from my inside source, which, by the way, I beat the networks 3 years ago when Patrick Mahomes got hurt. That's how inside my guy is. He's inside the locker room. And I said weather. He says rain. Off and on right now, sprinkle. And I said, is it supposed to last? He said off and on all night. So you literally nailed it. Unlike your 1-7 fantasy football team. But that's neither here nor there. What's that?
I'm on the verge of winning again this week. Let's go.
Oh, my God. We're into consolation prizes in week 9 already. 1-7. All right. There's a lot of new people tuning in tonight. I see the live numbers continue to climb. We continue to grow every single week. But I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of shows out there. There's a lot of talent out there. Well, there's not so much talent out there, but there are a lot of people out there that like to do this. Let's say that. But there is nobody. And there is no place that has what you're getting ready to watch right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the only place that has the no-fly zone.
Soupy is on the verge of winning 2 in a row. That's called a winning streak. And believe it or not, it has happened before. Okay. Now, let's get into this game plan for tonight because Baker Mayfield, take a look last week. All right. Week 8 against the Falcons. Look at those completions and pass attempts, 37 to 50. I say that because last 2 weeks, with no Mike Evans, no Godwin, Baker Mayfield's pass attempts have gone from about 35 to 50 a game. He's throwing it a ton. This is a 5 to 7 yard and in offense, it's safe. Look at the Chiefs secondary rankings there. It's all over the board. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, because they often play with a lead and the game style changes. All right, Baker Mayfield's going to throw the ball a ton tonight. Flip this thing over. Take a look at his quadrants here. Where he's going to find trouble is trying to throw deep, and especially in the weather. The Chiefs will rush the passer. The Chiefs are going to focus tonight on taking away the run game and making sure that Baker throws it as many times as humanly possible tonight. So we've got danger all over the field. But how does Baker beat that? Flip it over to his game scripts, and what he needs to do, flood the flats, okay? Throw it to the flats, left side, right side, all right? Take what the defense gives you. Do not try to be a hero yet. You're going to need to do that, Baker, and you are capable of it. But start early, just get a rhythm, okay? Mirror the young Mahomes, all right? You're going to have to be a legend tonight because you've got injuries everywhere. Use your legs. Use your arm on the run. You are an athlete. Show them how it's done. Now, you want to move the defense manually? How you do that is if the linebackers start cheating, safeties start cheating, all right, you just throw to the opposite side. Throw it deep, move them back. Bring them up, run the ball. Like all over. You're going to have to move them where you want them. It's going to take work. And finally, heavy RPO give and take. RPO is a run-pass option where you see the quarterback take the shotgun snap and go to hand off to the running back. He'll either hand it or keep it. You're going to have to do both tonight to keep the defense honest, all right? If you just give it off every time, well, they're not going to guard you. They just run and tackle. 4 out of 5-star rating interception for Baker tonight. It could be trouble here. Now, Mahomes, flip this thing over here, all right? Last 2 weeks for Mahomes and the Chiefs, they've been running the ball a ton. But take a look at the Bucs secondary here, all right? Short left, not great, worst in the league, but they've got some really nice spots. Here's the problem that the Bucs have. They can't rush the passer, and their cornerbacks are injured, and the backups aren't good. So Mahomes is going to have all day on the left and right side, 5 to 10 yards and in. But here's where it gets even worse for the Bucs. Their linebackers can't cover either. Travis Kelce could go for 7,000 receptions and yards tonight. He could feast. All right, flip it over here. Trouble areas for Mahomes are going to be deep left and deep mid because you're throwing across your body as a right-handed quarterback and generally off your back foot. Same thing, intermediate right, because, all right, they can pick you off if a safety is lurking, and that's generally where Mahomes gets into trouble. But flip it over to his game script here, and I'm going to give you a secret, all right? So, first and second down, the Chiefs have been running the football all the time. They've been doing it, but the Bucs do have a good run-stop defense. They can't rush the passer, but Big Vita Vea is a monster down there. So you might see first and second down passes as a de facto run game. All right, underneath, wide open all night. Just talked about Travis Kelce. You see it, distract linebackers and catch the ball. But here's the fun one, all right? DeAndre Hopkins, okay? He's new. He doesn't have the playbook down, but what you do with him tonight is you run him very simple 5-yard routes because his hands are great and he can catch. And you use him as a de facto run game. You'll have Kelce in the middle causing hell, and you'll have DeAndre Hopkins against a cornerback that might not be in the league next week, all right? And DeAndre Hopkins could have 7,000 receptions as well. 3 out of 5 stars for Mahomes to throw a pick. But Kelce and Hopkins could be going off.
Oh. Wow. I can't help but ask just one very simple question to all of you degenerates out there all over this world. Do you want to do the work? I didn't think so. Not a chance that you're doing the no-fly zone. And by the way, my man Brian says, I am such a loser if I lose to Soupy this week in fantasy. You're back against the wall, big boy. All right, now let's compare these two quarterbacks tonight because I absolutely love them. Now, these are their numbers at DraftKings if you want to play their overs or unders. But, DG, let me start with you because many people do not realize, since Patrick Mahomes is fourth right now as far as favorites to win the MVP, that Baker Mayfield has over 500 yards more than Patrick Mahomes. Same amount of interceptions, but he has 13 more touchdowns than Patrick Mahomes. That's crazy. So when you look at these two and the numbers that go down, what do you see?
I see the passing yards for Baker, just as you alluded to, but it's not because Patrick isn't as good as said Baker. It's because Patrick doesn't need to do all that. And so you're looking at Mayfield having to do everything for this team. I love the passing yards. I love the interception, obviously. But all that juice, you might need to parlay it with something, maybe a Chiefs money line win, maybe.
I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, a minus 165 for any interception, AB. Sometimes the juice, though,
is worth thy squeeze.
You're damn right, and tonight could be one of those nights. Now, Soupy, let me come over to you, big boy, because Patrick Mahomes, he's starting to turn into Tom Brady. And what I mean by that is this, is that he's at a point now, $50 million plus, 3 Super Bowls. He does not give a damn if he wins one more MVP. He cares about one thing, and that's winning football games, which means betting on him can be very, very dangerous because he doesn't care about any of this stuff. What do you care about?
I care about looking ahead his rushing prop, because that's something he could do. He will occasionally go off and get a 10-yard run, and his rushing props are never that high. And in this weather, I think he's going to want to look to just move the ball and positively and just get those first downs. So I'm going to look at his rushing prop.
18.5 juice to the over minus 120. You take it 18.5?
Yep.
He
can do one where it goes off for 20. He will get that one big run in.
He always does. He always does. He could also do this. And this is just a hypothetical. Let me just throw it out there. Not that this could ever happen. He could go over his number by, let's say, I don't know, 2 yards, and then have the lead on their own 8, and for some reason go backwards 7 yards and 3 kneel downs and lose that. Not that ever happened to me this year. AB, this is what this guy does. They win every game. Kneel downs, very careful with attempts and rushing yards. Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Look, and anybody who watched the show this morning knows we're already on Baker Mayfield over 3.5 rushing attempts and Patrick Mahomes over 4.5 rushing attempts, because in the weather, they already run. If it's sunny and bright, in the weather, in the rain, they'll do it even more on that beautiful Bermuda grass right there. I'll tell you this one too. And yeah, anybody that doesn't know, kneel downs count as rushing attempts. So what we want is that field goal touchdown with 10 seconds left the first half, kick it off, and either quarterback's just going to kneel down, steal one, and get out of there. I'll tell you what I also like, though. All right, completions for Baker. Okay, I like completions there. He's going to throw it a ton and have to tonight. And Mahomes, I like completions too. I think he throws it more than people think.
You sound like Kelsey talking to his boo. That's what you sound like right there. Sweetheart, I'm going to like you tonight in the suite. Oh, my God. That's all I can think about right now. That's all I can think about right now. And DG, though, this is a real thing. Patrick Mahomes has said the last 3 weeks that he wants to get Travis Kelce involved. And when he does that, he has a tendency to force the football. And with Boo up in the skybox, maybe they'll try to get to him a little bit earlier. So maybe we will have a third quarter interception, but maybe first or second. It always happens.
It always does happen, and they keep forcing it into Kelce. What you might see them do is you go to Kelce in bunches, and so when you find kind of a something that's working, is you hit him a couple times, then go away, maybe a couple runs, and maybe it's the whole next quarter. Then you go back to him and a couple big punches to him, and so that's what I always see them do, because that's the part that works. Because once you get it to him a couple times, the defense starts honing in on it, and then you can open up everybody else.
2 of the last 3 weeks, he has gone north of his reception number. He's gone north of his yardage number as well. So he's starting to pick things up just a little bit. We'll see what happens tonight. By the way, our resident benefactor, Roberto Bibo, who's donated like 35,000 memberships the last week, says, what about the kneel downs at the end? See, everybody in the universe understands. All right, on the other side of our second break, we've got props, and more props. It's prime time only live on Stadium. All right, you degenerates out there. We've already looked at the parlays courtesy of DraftKings on the visitor side coming into Arrowhead. But, AB, what about the home squad?
Take a look at the Chiefs here and have some fun. 3 parlays, 2 legs apiece. See which one we like. All right, first one, Chiefs money line, DeAndre Hopkins anytime TD, plus 225. Solid right there. Okay, next, Chiefs are -9 in this game. Let's drop that down to -5 and Kareem Hunt 25+ receiving yards. That's it. Plus 375. Are you going big? Chiefs -9, the spread of the game. DeAndre Hopkins, 90+ receiving yards at plus 1,100.
Oh.
All right, Coach, you're the Chiefs guy. You get to go first here. What do you
I am, and you'd be kind of stupid to bet anything on DeAndre Hopkins unless you just want to get crazy. We don't know how much they're going to utilize him in game number 3, so I got to go plus 375. Kareem Hunt has been awesome. He's been awesome on the ground, too. So that's the only one to me that looks viable. So give me number 2.
Okay. Soupy, what do you like, bud?
I'm going with the middle 2. I like the Chiefs giving 5. And Kareem Hunt, he's been great in the run. He's been great with the pass. I think he definitely gets over that 25.
All right. DG, what's the Memphis play here?
I love that same thing. 3 for 3 there. Chiefs -5, Kareem Hunt 25 receiving yards. You can also get Baker Mayfield in that. You know what? MGM has it for over 14.5 rushing yards.
Tell you what, I'm going Chiefs -9. DeAndre Hopkins, 90+ receiving yards. Because guess what? I've seen DeAndre Hopkins all season long with the Tennessee Titans. And you know what he's done? Rested. My man is good to go. The Titans haven't used him at all. And the Chiefs are going to use him and go off. I'm telling you, watch him run 5-yard routes, and the Bucs can't tackle, and he just busts one for 70 yards. Dude, it'll go. It'll go.
You know that's going to happen tonight, too. He's literally been sitting on, how do you say it, sitting on his ass down there in Tennessee. That's what's been going on with DeAndre Hopkins as well. All right, good choices there, boys. Coming up, we are past the bottom of the hour here on our YouTube page. We still have props. We still have rushing, receiving matchups, and also the gym still to come. So thank you for hanging out with us. The live number tonight is amazing across all of our platforms, but we are back on Stadium in just 5 seconds. All right, welcome back to DTL Primetime Live, only on Stadium, and you degenerates watching on our YouTube channel. Real quick, before we get to the props, I need everybody on screen, please, producer man. Kevin has a very important stat. Earlier today on the morning show, we played a little game on whether or not the entire crew could name the top 5 ranked college basketball teams in the country as college basketball starts tonight. Now, Duke is ranked number 7. They are playing Maine. KU is ranked number 1. They're playing Howard tonight. But I had no idea, AB and Soupy, that DG's church league team is coming into the season ranked number 12. That's a pretty high ranking for DG and his squad.
Is that because they cut DG?
Oh. Know what it is? If you look at it, when you build your team around a foundation, such as, you know, the DGites, you really get to build your team up and get them into the top 15. It's big. Listen, there's a lot of people that are coming in that wants autographs, but unfortunately today we're having to turn them down for a little bit.
Well, Coach, I got to tell you, look, DG sent me one already. Hadn't even hit stores yet. All right. Got them Revelation 3s, the DG 3s. Got them. Look at DG looking good right there.
Thank God, AB, you saved us, because Soupy and DG are the worst trash talkers of all time. Of all time. And it's not close. The DGites?
DGites. You got to say it faster, Coach. DGites.
DGites?
Yep.
It sounds even worse that way.
It sounds Old Testament. That's what it sounds like.
Brian says, I coach hoops. DG can flat out play.
Yep.
I'm going to use the line that DG's favorite football coach at Indiana used when he got hired. Google me. Now, it's that time of the show. We split it up because a lot of you out there, you don't even like to touch straight plays. You don't like to touch turnovers, any of that nonsense. SGPs, what's that? But you do love yourselves a little prop. So it's time now. Prop it up. Japan says, Coach, I got you at number 3 worst trash talker of all time. Japan, I used to get paid to talk trash. So don't try me. I got paid on national TV to talk trash. Now, AB, I know we got a few props out there. And I know after I just watched the no-fly zone, I know you got a little something for me. Start us off.
Got a lot for you, Coach. Here we're going to go. Start it off. Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 interceptions combined, plus 120. Could be 2 from Baker. Could be 2 from Patrick. 1-1 each. Doesn't matter. We just got to get over 1.5. Got that at BetMGM under passing and players. All right, next, Travis Kelce, longest reception, over 20.5 yards. When I tell you that the Bucs defense, linebackers, and secondary can't tackle, those fools can't tackle. All right, it's going to be a yak game for Kelce with his boo thing right there in the stadium. Now, Patrick Mahomes over 4.5 rushing tips, minus 120. Baker Mayfield over 3.5 rushing tips at minus 115. We got fun all over the board tonight.
I absolutely love it. By the way, Japan says, I watched it. I wasn't impressed. Oh, you watched all 12 years of it? Is that what you did? All 12 years of it?
Hey,
there you go.
And under Vince McMahon, like 12 years, that's 7 trillion episodes. Like, there's no breaks.
And no time off? Go watch one day? Stop it. By the way, shout out to Kevin. He says, hey, you clowns. I love calling you guys that. Saying that lovingly. We're the bots. AB, can you handle that for me, please, real quick? I get it back up there. Hit that like button, would you? Thank you, Kevin. Handle the business. Handle the business. Now, Raphael, he's on Baker Mayfield's over 236.5 passing yards. That's from the morning show. And you can see Z-Man. Z-Man is all in on Baker and the Bucs tonight. It's too bad he's going to be disappointed. Now, DG, 3 big plays. Let's go.
We're going to go to the running backs here for the Tampa Bay Bucs. We're going to go Rashad White over 25.5 receiving yards. It's at minus 110. The last 2 games, he's had games of 71 and 38. 11 total receptions in the last 2 because they have to depend on somebody to catch it. Same thing for Bucky Irving, over 15.5 receiving yards at minus 110. I like to play both of these for simply that I think Baker has to check down, and I think these both can hit. If not, I know one, and we can split that. I feel good about both, but I wanted to go ahead and play both. And then we have Noah Gray, over 21.5 receiving yards. It's at minus 120. He's had 4 straight games of 23-plus yards, 2.4 receptions the last 4 games. He's going to get the ball. He's going to be the guy who's opposite of Travis Kelce. He's going to be the guy who's going to be the blanket tonight.
And don't get worried. He normally doesn't get his catches, DG, until late second, third, because that's when they start to shift and cover up Travis Kelce. So don't even worry about it. Noah Gray will get his. I don't know why the books don't respect him, but they just don't respect him. By the way, Liddy says, I just got home. You guys made that drive go so fast. Thank you very much. I love that we are everywhere. I love that you can listen to us everywhere. Now, I don't know if I'm going to call him this because what we have coming tomorrow, we've got kind of the veteran, the OG, and the youngin'. A brand new rival for Soupy on tomorrow's show. You guys are going to like it. You ladies out there, you're really going to like him. Now, Soupy, I can't call you prize pick Soupy. I can't do it. Now, if you want to earn that spot over the next several weeks, we will talk about it. But for the here and the now, give me your 2.
We'll talk about my prize picks this year, but let's start with the props. Baker Mayfield didn't have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin last week. All he did was throw it 50 times, and he's going to have to do the same thing because the Chiefs are 3rd in EPA per rush. White is going to have a better receiving game, and so is Irving going to have a better receiving game than the rushing. And then they have Cade Otton, who has caught the ball 100 times. It's actually 17 for 181 yards and 2 touchdowns over the last 2 games. The Chiefs are allowed the 3rd most receiving yards to the tight end this year. Look for Baker and to have a great connection tonight.
Do you want to try that again, Soupy, or
we'll fix it in post? Oh, this is live. Oh, never.
Yeah, this is live.
I love
by the way, AB, I was just gonna. You know what the worst thing is when you're like a kid, you tell a joke and then you have to explain the joke, or if you don't learn how to talk trash and like you do it over and over and over again because you've either never won a bet or you're like that sophomore in high school that never had a date to the dance. You know those guys, AB. I was never one of those guys. You know, I was always one of the cool kids. So I was just gonna see it. Yeah, you've heard of him. I was gonna see how many times Mark in the chat is going to put over the fact that he won 1 bet. Apparently, it's the first bet he's ever won because yesterday, this morning, and tonight. But, AB, if you could give out those 5 memberships right now. If you could do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. So I don't have to hear any more in the damn chat about bolt up. I will never bet you again. It's nauseating. Almost
Hey,
stupid trying to get that last take.
Yeah, but look, me and Mims got it. All right. You see, we got both Mims in the house. And it's grilled cheese night.
Oh,
got you.
Mama Mims on grilled cheese today?
Mhm.
Oh, I bet Mark would like that. All right.
It's coming.
All right, we've got 2 running backs that we feature every single primetime show. And tonight, who do we have on the docket? Because we're like 2, 3, 4 deep when it comes to DraftKings. So as we compare, we've got Kareem Hunt on one side. He's been hitting his number pretty much in the first half the last couple of weeks. And then Bucky Irving on the other. DG, anything, 2+ touchdowns, plus 1,900, worth a sprinkle?
That's definitely worth a sprinkle. I love a plus 1,900 on 2+ TDs. I think Bucky Irving will struggle in the rushing, but he also, just like as Soupy said, but also my play, you're going to get a lot of just dump downs to him out of the backfield. But Kareem Hunt, something sneaky about Tampa Bay, they do allow, a little bit of run. They don't let guys go off, but they always allow the number 1 running back to get his number the last 5 weeks straight. And so look for Kareem Hunt to get his 65+ yards and then kind of keep it moving.
Boom and boom. Soupy.
I'm going to take Kareem Hunt's rushing prop because he's only averaging about, I think, 3.7 yards per carry, but he's getting 20 carries a game. He is going to go through and through and through until he finally breaks out. I like that over 63.5.
I do it too. And for all you smart Alex out there, when you see driving the line, gifted 5 memberships, that actually is me. So you guys are talking trash for no reason. I just want to see how many times you guys were going to do it. I don't put my name up there in the chat. It's driving the line. We have a corporate account. It comes from me and AB. AB, I'm telling you right now, my God, they want to take down the king. They want to take down the king.
They on you. I'll tell you what, you want to talk about bank accounts. Look at that minus 200 anytime TD for Kareem Hunt. My God. Anytime. That's not first.
I think Mark in the chat actually said, or somebody said that he has scored the first touchdown of the game 3 out of the last 4 games for Kansas City, right?
Correct.
So we can't even play him in the gym. Can't even play him. My goodness. All right. Bucky Irving, we're like the 4th option at this point. All right, let's go over to the receivers. Who do we have AB today? And this is pretty cool because Cade Otton, he's kind of a morph between a receiver and a tight end, but they have no wide receiver. So we had to put him up there. And then DeAndre Hopkins, you know him better than anybody. Talk to me, AB.
Big body wide receiver, great hands. Now, look, he's not going to know the playbook, so you're not going to run those double routes that he's used to. What you're going to run, 5-yard hitches, an in, which goes to the middle of the field, an out that goes to the sideline, and you're going to keep it simple. That's why he's going to get a lot of receptions, 3.5. He'll get opportunities because you know why what the Chiefs do, and you know this coach better than anybody. Chiefs bring somebody in, they test him out. Can you fit here? Yeah, there's no wasted time. Do you fit here or not? He'll get a lot of looks tonight, I'm telling you.
DG, let me come over to you. What do you like here on the screen?
I'm on Cade Otton. I like his longest reception, 18.5, because what they're going to do is dump down backfield guys, tight end in the flats, and then eventually he's going to put Cade Otton on a seam route, let him get his 19, 25-yard catch there, and that's why I like Cade Otton in that.
Soupy. I was looking at Otton's receptions earlier in the day. It was at 4.5 and minus 165, but I'm loving that I see it at 5.5 with the better juice. That's what I want because he's going to get 7 to 8 catches tonight.
I could tell you were really excited about that take right there.
Oh, I love it.
You were fired up right there.
I'm going crazy nuts over
it. AB, do we have to educate the entire chat? So now Roger, who hasn't been picked yet for a membership, goes in capital letters, I might add. I thought you said the computer picks them. They do, Roger. When you gift them from Driving the Line or whatever your name is, then we put them in the computer and anybody gets them. That's why you guys don't know who gets them. But doesn't mean we didn't pick them out.
Yeah. He's gonna get one. It's gonna happen. I promise you, man. I promise.
Hey, but you have to be live. That's the other thing is you got to be watching the show live.
He's putting it in the work.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got to be watching live. You're not going to be sitting at home and get a little ding on your phone. I mean, that's not going to happen. I mean, I know that Soupy and DG wait for that little ding on their phone, but not so much me. Soupy, I feel good about your future this week with Prize Picks. I really, really do. I've been getting a lot of texts from Prize Picks. Got a new guy tomorrow. I don't know if he told you that. All right, we are back in a couple of minutes. We are live on Stadium. Have a good time. It's a 5. All right, you degenerates out there, all of you accusing me of bad stuff. I don't appreciate it. But I will continue, AB, to drive this bus like the pro that I am. All right, so my favorite thing is points bands. Let's go, AB.
All right, let's do it. All right, now first up, got to give Robert the shout out. He just did the 5 memberships and picked it up. That is Coach's boy, Robert. Man, that's a tag team right there. Now, point bands, okay? How this works, you're essentially picking the final score for each team and falling in that respective category, right? Chiefs win 27-24, then 21-30 would hit for both teams. You don't play them both together. You can play them separately, obviously, right? So I won't read it all through here, but Soupy, I will throw it to you. Which 2 are you going?
For the Chiefs, I'm going 31-40. I think they could get to the lower part of that, 32, maybe 33. And for the Bucs, I think they keep it close. So I think they're going to get into the high 20s. So I'll take them 21-30.
All right. DG, what's the Memphis play here?
I'm gonna ride with the Bucs, 21-30 as well, plus 215. Surprise, surprise. I'm going 11-20 for the Chiefs at plus 340. No score.
11-20. All right.
What did
Coach,
you-
how you
what-
feel about that?
What did DG? What did you just say?
11-20, Coach. Pay
Oh, you're
attention
just-
now.
you're
It's
just
plus
trying to piss-
340.
No, I heard you. I just want to make sure that you weren't going crazy. You're just trying to piss me off. You weren't serious about that.
I really am the new backup host, aren't I?
11-20. Yes, they're not scoring tonight.
Now that would be something. That would be something. AB, we might have to think about that. I would tune in for that. 21-30 for me. It's going to be like a 27-20 game. So I'm going to go plus 140 for the Chiefs, plus 130 for the Bucs. I do not think the Chiefs cover tonight. I don't.
I do. I'm going Chiefs 41-50 at plus 850, and I'm going to go 11-20 for the Bucs.
By the way, Mama Mims is becoming a legend in her own time. Kevin's like, hey, Mama Mims, I heard tonight's grilled cheese. As if he can go over there for dinner in a little bit. Hey,
Come
can I drop
on.
by and knock on the back door? Hey, we're all here. Oh, my God. You guys in the chat are the best, except for Japan, who's questioning my abilities. We're back, I think. Yes, in 2 seconds. All right, we continue on and count down to tonight, the last game of week number 9. This is DTL Primetime Live. And when I tell you we've got the best chat, the best crew, the best everything. Real quick, CID, and I just got a chat or a text, excuse me, because I'm reading CID too. AB apparently is now pouring in Kansas City. And my inside source said it's pouring right now. So this thing could be going in and out a lot tonight. So if it is up and down, does that change you like maybe a first quarter? Should we be live betting? What should we do?
All right, so when it's raining, snowing, when you get weather like that, all right, the offense knows where the play's going. The defense does not, and you're sliding all over the field. It actually leads to more points than it does negative points.
Interesting. GG. So let's come over to you right now, because if it's pouring right now, we're still about 30 minutes away from kickoff, but it will mean that it's going to be wet, but it's such a great surface that I don't know how much it's really going to affect anything.
It really just depends on what quarterback can control the ball. And so I would assume, I know Baker has smaller hands. I don't think he's amazing in the rain. I know Patrick Mahomes is a little bit better than he is. So if he can't control the ball, then that ball could get squirrely. And you're talking about maybe 2-3 interception night.
Wow. So 2 or 3 interceptions, that would be good for over 2.5 turnovers, AB.
It would. And look at Spelldog in the chat. All right. Dad's at the game and said the Bucs came out and did the Baker Mayfield stomp on the Chief at the 50, talking Quanti, letting them know.
Wow.
This is going to be a fun game, dude. I can't wait.
It's kind of like me doing it to the entire chat tonight, stomping right on your heads when you don't even know what the hell's going on. Now, by the way, Dan Clark says, Aaron says his son's at the game. He said it's raining hard. He sent me a picture, and it looks like it is. Aaron, that's what we're talking about right there. That's how you take care of the show. Soupy, bring it to me, because from a fantasy standpoint, this is at the end of a week. So everybody's already got – if they're going to play Baker or Patrick or anybody else, it's already done, correct?
Yeah, you have no other choice, rather. There's no other games. You got what you got, and you're locked in. But I did hear Northbridge Bermuda grass is now giving 4.5 because of this rain. I think I might have to take those points.
What? Interesting. This show tonight, I'll tell you what. Peggy says, breathe, coach. Breathe. Peggy, this is like home for me. This is like home for me. AB, go.
Can we say a quick prayer for the training staffs on both sides, because they're going to be screwing and unscrewing cleats all night long. You're going to have to go from 1.5 inch, 2.5 inch, back down to 1.5 inch. And the most interesting thing to watch when Vita Vea for the Bucs goes off the field, because their defense and run defense is horrible when he's off the field. The Chiefs will immediately run the football when he goes out.
Boom. I think they got a little PTSD, AB, when you're talking about 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches back to 1/2 inch. Because Brian in the chat said, DG and Soupy, little ding. I'll leave it right there. I don't know what he's talking about. But that's just what Brian just said. I don't know. Normally we run a little thing called the whip round. Not tonight. No, because we've got a big time movie that opens on Friday. I can't wait for it as we recap our picks right here. It's brought to you by Weekend in Taipei.
You said no more secrets.
Shut up and let me drive. Come on, who is this guy?
I'm an undercover DEA agent. Defining Take Kwong's operation now.
Bring me my wife, and you killed John Mahler.
So you came back after all this time for Kwong, but not for me?
I just need 1 weekend. I'm not gonna lose you again. So you haven't changed a bit.
Thanks.
Weekend in Taipei, this Friday, only in theaters.
This Friday, only in theaters. We only do our straight plays at this point of the show. AB, start us off.
It's going to be raining interceptions and fumbles. Take the Bucs-Chiefs over 2.5 turnovers plus 100. That is found at DraftKings under defense, special teams, props. Click that, scroll down.
DG.
Go a little Chiefs money line action. Partner that with the Kareem Hunt touchdown. It's at -110. Found this over at MGM.
Boom and boom. Raphael is on the Bucs and the Chiefs. Both teams to score at least 20 points. The Z-Man, he's in lunacy land. He likes the Bucs on the money line. Soupy, bring us home.
I think the Bucs are going to keep this game close, mainly because there's not going to be a lot of scoring because of the weather. Give them at plus 12.5 and the under 52.5. And because of the rain right now, we're saying it's pouring. Keep it the under at the first half of 22.5.
Boom and boom. Now, Jen in the chat says, we need heel coach tonight. Jen, you don't have to ask me twice, because heel coach just walked through the door and he is pissed off. He understands it's been 9 full weeks, multiple primetime games, and not one time, not once has regular coach got into the club. So now the cooler, much hipper version of coach is here, but I still got to follow the rules. I do not have a diamond above said name. AB, not only are you an OG, but you were the first one to get in 2024. So you, sir, as always, respect, get to go first. You're up.
Thank you, Coach. Look, and we just talked about Travis Kelce and DeAndre Hopkins are going to have receptions all night. That's why I'm going Xavier Worthy at plus 1,100, because the Chiefs just throw surprises at you left and right. Andy Reid does his thing. Nobody's talking about Xavier, the X-Man up there. He's going to be delivering like it's the post office, baby. USPS. Let's go.
I don't even know what you just said, but I understand what you meant. USPS. Now
It sounded
I get it.
good.
I mean, it did. It actually made sense. Once I'm like 3 seconds behind you, AB. All right. So DG was insufferable the night that he got in. I can't even remember who the hell got him in, but he got in at one point. So he's been popping bottles. He has to leave a little bit early, go tuck the girls in, but it is what it is. All right. Where are you going tonight, DG?
Going with Rachaad White at plus 1,400. I looked around the board and there was not a lot of value in Kansas City land. So I had to go with Rachaad White, who's a run and pass threat. Also, he gets the runs, the red zone targets out of the backfield. And if you looked at the no-fly zone, I think you're going to like the out of the backfield red zone targets there with Rachaad White.
No value on the Chiefs side. Look at my number. You kidding me right now? All right, Soupy, you're up, big boy.
So apparently I'm going against Cade Otton in the DTL league. I don't care. He's getting the first touchdown. He's going off. Bucky Irving will have a game, and I'll still win the DTL league this week. Let's go.
You can't win a league in a week, Soupy. It's a
When my-
season. It's called fantasy season. You can't win it in a week.
With how I've been playing, every win to me feels like I'm winning the league because I don't win that much in this league.
I get that. I get that. All right. So today I barely beat AB to the punch. And it would be some sweet music, sweet irony. If his boy that came over from Tennessee cashed for your boy tonight, DeAndre Hopkins, I think they're going to go to him early and often. And tonight he will get me into the club. Peggy, thank you for the shout out. And then producer man, he loves himself some Patrick Mahomes. If Mahomes runs it in from like the 15 or 16-yard line, I will lose my mind. But alas, I will tip my cap where it needs to be tipped. All right, 15 seconds for everybody, and I do mean 15 for their last take of the show. DG, go.
Look at this as being a dump-off kind of game, and so that's why I like the running backs. Look at them. I'm telling you, you might even kind of push up Baker Mayfield rushing yards to 25, plus 250 on FanDuel.
Boom. Soupy, go.
I think both quarterbacks are going to be conservative. I don't see a lot of air yards, but I do see a lot of short completions. It's going to be on the playmakers to get those extended yards.
AB, bring us home.
Watch the pass attempts and receptions for Travis Kelce and DeAndre Hopkins. 10 yards and in, both on the sides, the flats, and the middle of the field all night long.
And follow all of my guys on the Twitter, on the X for live betting opportunities. Now, you guys know what time it is. It's time for Monday Night Football. It's time for all of you to go out into the world, for you to pay it forward, to you be kind to one another, be honest with each other. It's the only way that this thing can work. And understand this, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets and those damn 5 memberships and take them straight to the pay window. My Tiger Lumble, my man DG, Soupy, best beard in the game until tomorrow. And then my man AB and producer man, always behind the scenes. I am simply the coach. Trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about. 2-time defending champs. Let's go, Bucs-Chiefs. This has been primetime only on Stadium. Good luck.